how you guys doing? I know we talked about this before and I showed you my rose bushes, but just gonna show you again. I'm actually harvesting my rose hips off of here to make some tea. We've had a couple frosts now, so they're ready to pull down. They're packed with their vitamin C. And I had the time today to do it, so I'm doing it today. I actually had plans today with a friend of mine, and she called me this morning, and I could barely understand what she was saying because she was so sick, and it got me to thinking, wow, you know. And when I woke up this morning, I had a real sore node or something myself in my throat. That's exactly what she said she had. Sorry about all the background noise. A lot of construction vehicles going by. So anyway, yeah, so I thought, hey, you know what, I need to start seeing up, and let's get out there and get some rose hips. The way I dry them, I slow cold dry them, so it takes about 2 weeks for them to dry, but I already harvested some off the other plant that I showed you in another video, because that one always seems to be ready before these ones. It's a different kind of rose bush, but they're all wild rose bushes, like I said, out of the Rockies. So yeah, got my gloves because they bite back, and just grab in there. Sometimes if there's clusters, you can see my little bucket. I got some teeth on there, and I'll just go in and sweep them off with that teeth. And that works, but you tend to get a lot of leaves when you do that. So I just grab them by hand. And try not to get picked because, like I said, these are wild Rocky Mountain rose bushes. And they got some big thorns. And believe me, you know it when you get it. I've actually had thorns break off inside my finger, and they've been in there for months, you know, trying to work them out. They can be pretty painful, so I'm not trying to do that. So I am being picky here. I'm just trying to get the big, fat, juicy red ones. Like that guy right there. Yeah, you see him in there. You get the eye. You get the eye of the tiger. And pick my big fatties. And then I might come back again in another week or two and see what's going on. Pretty soon they're just going to shrivel up and fall off, and the birds will get them and whatnot. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead, fill this up. And then I have some from before, a couple weeks ago, that are dried already. And we'll go through the rest of the process. And I'll show you what I do anyway and how I do it. Again, you wait till late fall after a good frost or two to pick them. And then you dry them. And so we'll go clean some up and grind them and make some tea. All right. Alright, you can see we got a pretty good haul off of these. So I just dry them. I dry them in these box tops. The cardboard will help pull the moisture out. And, you know, every day I just give them a shake, bounce them around, try and get them turned over. Oh, that's funny. The camera's falling. All right. Okay, back up. These here are ones that I've already dried, so we're gonna work with these. And basically, all I do what you need to do is there's a little tip on it right there. You just need to break that tip off. Clean them up a little, and you don't even, I guess, need to do this if you don't want to. Just makes your tea a little bit cleaner. So now what other people will do as well is actually break these open. There are a ton of seeds inside these things. It's just remarkable. They're pretty much all seeds. And I don't actually know where the vitamin C is, if it's in the seeds or in the flesh. Some people say it's in the flesh. Others say it's in the seeds. So some people will actually dry these out and take all the seeds out so that you just have the flesh. And I'll show you here the seeds. Look. That's from one. That's from one. I don't know. I leave the seeds. They're a seed, so they give life. They have nutrition in them. There's nutrients in them as well. So I leave the seeds in there. Okay, so we're going to clean up some of these, and then we're going to make some tea and try and feel better, because it is mid-fall, mid to late fall right now, and winter is upon us. And I can't wait, because I love winter in the mountains. You know, the mountains get covered in snow, and it's beautiful. The winters tend to be a little long here, and believe me, by the end of it, you're hoping it'll go away. And then summer always comes just in time to give you your break and get out in the sunshine and grow things and do what you got to do. And one thing about the winter, though, or about the mountains, is that winter is always coming. No matter what, no matter when, winter is coming. So you have to make hay while the sun shines and do your things in the summer. And a lot of those things is just preparing to get through the winter. And so this is one of them. All right, I'm going to clean up some of these, and then we'll make some tea. All right, let's do this. You can see I've brought my water to a full boil, and I'm going to shut that off now. You don't ever, when you're making teas, want to throw anything into boiling water, just because it'll harm the nutrients. You'll cook them right out of it. You do need heat to draw the stuff out. Unless you're making tinctures, then you would use alcohol, and we'll save that for another day. Okay, here's my rose hips that I cleaned up. Last year I went through them all and cleaned them as I picked them, and I don't know, this year I decided not to do that. I'm gonna clean them as I need them, because you see it opens up this access hole right there, and I don't think I want to do that. It might not matter either way. If somebody knows whether it will or not, please pass that along and let me know. And this is my coffee grinder. So I'm just gonna put them in my coffee grinder. Now I hold it sideways with my coffee grinder anyways, because the rose hips will lock it up. And then I just pulse it. then once I got them broken down, I bring it back. And you just want to get it to where you can't see any whole hips anymore. So now you can see the amount of seeds in here is just ridiculous. You can see that. It's mostly seeds. It's mostly seeds in there. So, like I said though, there's seeds, and seeds are life. So, I'm keeping the seeds, and it doesn't really matter at the end of it anyways. You run it all through a strainer. Okay, so this is down. Now what you would do here is put your stove to 1, 2, I wouldn't go 3, maybe 2 or 1 low, and simmer it for a little while. But I am going to finish mine off on my wood stove. So, because I have a nice little fire going right now. My coals are nice and hot, and I don't want to give the man any money for his electricity if I don't have to. So, I'm going to finish it off on my stove. I like cooking on my wood stove. I love it. You know, I'll do stews, I'll do soups, I'll do stuff like that. Never cook with grease. Don't do bacon, don't do meat on your wood stove, because if your grease catches on fire, you're not getting it out, and your house is burning to the ground. So never introduce grease or any flammable liquids to your wood stove. But this is just water, and so kind of danger free. Just got to keep an eye on it though. Make sure you're simmering probably around 250 to 300 degrees if you have thermometer on your stove. All right, I'm gonna simmer that, and then we'll be back, and we're gonna drink some tea. Yay! Okay, the lighting is pretty dark over here with the wood stove area. So I don't know if I'll use this footage or not. So if you're seeing this, then I used it. But if you're not seeing it, then I didn't. So I need to get a better little spotlight or something over here. Because I do, like I said, I use all winter long. I use this. I hang my clothes in here to dry, and I cook on it and heat water and do whatever I can to harness that energy coming off of there. I'd like to get a bread oven for the pipe. You put it in there, it inserts in the pipe, and you can cook bread with it. That would be amazing. Let me tell you what. So here we go. There's the pot. I got a lid on it. I hope you can see that. Cover it. I don't know if I mentioned that or not before. Cover it to hold that steam and the nutrients and stuff in, and I'm probably going to let that go for about 15-20 minutes, and then we'll strain it out and drink it. Alright. Jake Dog. Jake Dog. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, buddy. Come here. You gonna drink some tea with me? Huh? You gonna have some tea? You gonna have some tea? You gonna have some tea? Get your vitamin C? Alright. Now I actually do that. I put vitamin C and stuff in their water. And the cat and the dog's drinking water. Not a lot, but I'll put it in there. Help them out to fortify for the winter. I don't know if I've ever seen Jake get a cold, but I've definitely seen Miss Maggie get a cold. She's gets a runny nosed and stuff. But anyway, okay, so I steeped it on the wood stove. I have my strainer here, and I don't know, I let it go for about 15 or 20 minutes on there. And so now we're going to do that. I don't know, can you see in there? All the stuff pretty much goes to the bottom anyway. And you could probably pour it off the top if you didn't have a strainer. Yeah, so let's get healthy. It's a little hot, but hey. Oh, now it's not a good tasting thing. It's not bitter. It's not horrid, but you know, it leaves something to be desired as far as sweetness goes. And it, you know, if you wanted, you could add honey to this. I wouldn't add sugar just because sugar's not good for you, and sugar actually promotes things in your body that you don't want promoted. So I wouldn't throw something like that on top of this. But honey is a natural antibiotic, and it will actually help kill and wipe out germs on its way through and infections. And the vitamin C is going to head to your stomach and fortify your immune system. But just right now, just tasting that little bit, I can bam, 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 I can feel it pumping through my veins. This is just such a good source of natural vitamin C. And a hot one too, let me tell you what. Oh, that's hot. But it's good. Okay, I'm gonna let that cool, and then I'm gonna down it, and hopefully get rid of this thing I got going on in my throat. And guess I should run out some out to my friend too, huh? See how she's doing, and hook her up a little bit. Okay, thanks for watching Heavy House. I'm Heavy. Please subscribe if you want to stay on top of these videos when I'm posting them. And thanks for watching right now.